One thing that I've always found so interesting is the concept of using a stair set as a landing slope. Growing up, all I rode was hardtails, and we did spend a lot of time just bombing it and sending it downstairs. And obviously, on a hardtail bike, stairs are going to feel super aggressive, and it's not until recent years that I've been introduced to the world of full suspension that I've actually started to do stair gaps and double gaps into stair sets, and I've sent some pretty big ones, but it did take me time to build up to that. I was really nervous at the start doing small ones, and you know, just looking at guys like Fabio Widmer who are doing these huge gaps and landing on stairs, thinking how on earth do you hold on and how does your bike not blow up? But today's mission is to take that to the next level. What we have here is the downhill bike. It's the perfect machine. It's a big sponge. It absorbs those stairs and makes it feel smooth. And we also have the hopper ramp, and the plan is to take it to the subway and use it as a kicker step down. We've actually done it on the enduro bike very briefly in a previous video, but today I really want to session it and also see if we can get any tricks. Does this soak it up enough to be able to do suicide no-handers and stuff into the landing? Only time will tell, but for now we've just come straight from Danbury, which was the last video on the freestyle e-bike, onto the downhill bike. I'm going to do a manual down that big slope behind us to get used to the bike and be ready for those heavy impacts. Today's a full face jobby. Hopefully we won't need to use the full face. I'm not planning on crashing, but I did forget to mention bike setup. So obviously on the downhill bike, suspension, the back suspension is a pretty stiff spring. Front suspension I run pretty hard anyway. The key thing for riding stairs is to stiffen your tyres up. You do not want to be running them flat. Stairs are sharp, very abrupt edges, which are not only bad for pinch punchers, but they just damage the bike if your tyres are too soft. So they're running probably 50 psi in there. Let's get up that slope and do a manual. Pedaling a downhill bike up a hill. Oh, I wish it was the e-bike already. Okay, let's get a nice big run up into this, round the corner, see if we can manage the full slope. Oh, look at that. As ever, the downhill bike is feeling very fine-tuned and perfect for what we're about to do. So let's get the backpack kicker and make our way to the first spot. We've made it to the first spot. So we've got the yellow kicker set up. We've got it in its highest setting. Hopefully going to give us a nice little lift. The gap at the moment is, as you can see, just over a bike length, which is quite good for the first one. And the landing is we're only going into the single set of stairs for now, just to break ourselves in. It's quite noisy here because the road is literally there. So I'm going to get up there and send it in for the first run. Good. Right, I don't think I need that much speed for this first one. It's not the biggest gap in the world. Whew. Nice stoppy. Biggest gap in the world. That worked good. It was actually a really short gap, but the bike just soaks it up. It's insane. Let's pull that gap back and get a bit of a big ascend. Before we go that side, do it into the double one. It's actually just like a landing. Should we go a bit bigger? Yeah. Just while we're here. I'm having a lot of fun. Quite a big gap now. It's definitely over 2 bike lengths, probably near 3. Let's hit it. Car has made some mates over there. Everyone keeps asking what we're doing. Problems of doing things in a busy zone. Car is calling me in. You! What a send. That was sick. Busy, but sick. That was well cool. That was quite a big gap actually. I was cranking in pretty hard, but this is such a busy bit of the underpass. The other side's not as crazy, I don't think, and that's where the gnarlier step down is. So let's move over that way and see if we can get a bit more riding in. We made it to the next stair set, which is the double dropper. We've ridden here quite a few times. It's scary with the ramp here. I just put it in place and it's pretty terrifying. So I'm going to hit it without the ramp to try and remember the speed. There's zero margin for error once the kicker's there. So yeah, I'm pretty scared. Like, it's really got the blood pumping, to be honest with you, which is the first time this year that I've sort of been a bit sort of scared and fired up to do something. So let's hit it, see what it's all about, and then get that ramp in position. Here we go then. No ramp, this is just a bunny hop. Oh. Something bottomed out, which just goes to show you that even on the rig, like how brutal jumping into stairs can be. And I want to do it with a kicker. I'm actually scared for this. Let's put the kicker in place. And oh, I don't know. You'll see when it's in place. Is that just me, or does that look terrifying? Would you do it? No. No?
I wouldn't even do it without the kicker.
I would say the gap is a little bit smaller than what we did over there, but obviously I'm dropping from way higher on this one, and I've put the kicker feet down so it's not going to shoot me up into the air as high. Man, I'm nervous. Do you know when your blood gets flowing when you're going to do something? I'm sure all of you are familiar.
Every single time, every session.
Well, every single time I make you do stuff, you're like, ah. And now the tables are turned, haven't they? Yeah. I think the same speed that I went for the other one.
Just did, yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Where are you going to film from? On the halfway? Yeah. Okay, alright, okay, Carl's giving me the thumbs up. This is it. I'm bricking it. Let's have it. Woo! Woo! I'm going to call that the flying pencil. Did you see my body position? I was cacking it. My legs and arms are dead straight. Oh man. Right, now I've got one out of the system. Let's do a bit more of a stylish one then, rather than just a full-on lockout. Do you know what? That feels so good.
Yeah?
But that is the biggest buzz I've had out of riding for quite some time. Hey. He's stoked on it anyway. Yeah, it feels massive. I want to capture a slow, we're going to capture a slow motion. I don't know if I've got the minerals to do tricks off of it, but Cara, this lens from the side, slows, and then we'll switch to the big lens, cut it together with one of the landing.
I got the competition always trying to pop me. High-tech security trying to stop me. They'll never get the drop G. Oh, I got a license to kill. So you best think twice before you test my skills. Cause I'm a secret agent of the hip-hop underground.
I tell you what, that spot gets the blood pumping. It's so scary, like the height you are above the steps when you drop into them. The subway feels close. I really want to get some tricks into them, but Friday afternoon it's so busy, we're not getting very many runs in and it's just a bit hectic, so we've decided to come out of town a little bit. This is a new it's a big estate which I've been building, and there's a cheeky little free set here, bit too far to gap by just bunny hopping, so obviously we've got the kicker up there. This is the first opportunity I'm getting to ride this new spot, and it should be fun on the downhill bike. It's not the biggest, but it's still going to be fun. Basically the kicker's up there. I'm going to gap that middle set and hopefully land down here. The stairs are perfectly a bike length, so my precision needs to be on point. There's the gap. We're not dealing with the height, but it's actually quite far. All right, let's see if we can clear this then. Woo! Woo! Didn't really think about stopping. GoPro died and I went flat, but that was quite a cool send. Do you look right?
Yeah, it looks sick.
Thank you very much. We had a little bit of an audience there, so yeah, what a send. That spot didn't disappoint. It's scary. I had to dodge vehicles and builders at the top because they're still making this new bit, which hopefully is going to open more street spots for us. What did you think of that?
Yeah, I think it was sick. I panicked a little bit though because you took a while whilst you was up there and I didn't want people to come because...
Oh yeah, I thought that was really impressive, like I took a while whilst I was up there, meaning
no,
up there in the air.
I meant like you faffed at the start.
Oh yeah.
But no, that's sick. It's quite
Cool.
a long send, isn't it?
Really long send,
and not
actually.
much of a landing, so you've got to be pretty precise.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did it and you did it alright.
What a fun little session on the downhill bike that has been. This bike it's the first downhill bike I've ever owned, and it's just amazing. It's so much fun. Like, I didn't even land in the steps then, and the bike just takes it. But it still doesn't make things not scary. It's still scary charging into a kicker, sending it off a stair set. We're going to actually end this video here because in the next 2 days we're off on a huge road trip around the world, which is actually going to be so good. I'm not going to say where we're going. We've got one more video from the UK that will be out on Monday. No, it won't be. That'll be out on Wednesday, and then we'll start to document our adventure wherever we're going in the world, and I'm so excited. So we're going to go get ready for that right now. I hope you've enjoyed this quick but scary and adrenaline-filled session on the downhill bike. I've absolutely loved it. Got the blood pumping, got excited. I'm talking so fast because I'm stoked. So if you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.